Bruce Ace here live from Central Kentucky with your news Action First team, where Billy Gillispie has called a press conference to apologize to the Commonwealth of Kentucky for his tragic basketball season. My apologies. The press conference is for the dismissal of Billy Gillispie by the University of Kentucky basketball program. Let's listen and see what he has to say.
Hey, thanks everybody for being here. I don't have any kind of opening statement or anything. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Coach Gillispie, Mort Godfrey, Somerset Times. Are there any truth to several internet reports involving you leaving basketball for Chinese gymnastics?
There's demand all the time. I mean, it's as far as some kind of written job description, I don't think there was one here.
Coach Gillispie, hey, Coach Gillispie.
Thanks, Coach. Lanny Ferguson, Jackson County Gazette. Coach, your team this year was repeatedly beat while you all played man-to-man defense. Did you ever think about switching over to playing 2-3 zone, 1-3-1 zone, anything like that?
I don't even know what that really means. People can. No, I know what your question means, but as far as interpretation, I think that could go a lot of different ways.
Coach, listen.
Bruce Ace here from News Action First Team. Billy, there's been a lot of talk about the use of child labor in Indonesia to create the uniforms and game balls. What's your thoughts on this seemingly tragic relationship?
No hard feelings here. I mean, anytime you have an employer, you work at their mercy, and whatever their judgment seems to be, that's okay. And I understand that, and I understand the responsibility they have. I understand the responsibilities I have, and so that's the way it goes sometimes.
Thanks, Coach. Vernon Brosnan from the Mount Vernon Signal. I've got a question I've been wanting to ask you for quite some time, Coach. Have you ever drank lighter fluid?
We'll talk at a later time in detail, but I do. I like it.
That explains why you've been playing Porter. I knew it, Billy.
I think that he will. I think he's going to be an NBA player.
Thank you, Coach Gillispie. Marty Mangler from the Weekly Unread News. The news that goes unread weekly. Coach Gillispie, can you tell us what sport you coach at the University of Kentucky?
What is that word? I had two words I was going to say, and I forgot them both. That's been consistent.
Lanny again, Coach. There have been reports of you supplementing players' diets with Pop-Tarts. Was this an attempt to lessen the stress on players created by the day-to-day decision-making?
I think anytime there's change, it's probably tough, but young people, I mean, they get ready to roll. I mean, they think, well, it's a tough day, but man alive, I wonder what I'm going to eat tonight.
Billy, Bruce, one more time. Billy, there's been a few of our friends, mainly female, that are afraid that seeing you run on the television on the news broadcast the other day, that you may leave in a real fast hurry. Is there anything you would like to say to them to maybe ease their minds?
My phone number is never going to change for the rest of my life. I'm going to keep this same phone, and I will be available to you for the rest of your life. And I'll be there and I'll have your back, and that's the way it always has been. That's the way it always will be, and I love them.
Coach, in the recent years, many television shows for children have been taken off the air for unknown reasons. Do you care to elaborate on your stance on the Fraggles or Eureka's Castle?
I love those guys.
Coach Gillispie, there's been a lot of speculation that you spent more time on the bowling alley than on the courts. Do you feel that this habit will follow you to your new destination?
Absolutely, yeah. Heck yeah. Like I said, my vacation's over. I slept till 9:30 this morning, and I'm ready to roll.
Coach, rumor around the old reporter's coffee room is that you flipped a two-sided coin to decide who would start each night.
I don't think that there's one side, another side, or whatever. I think one of the things that the greatest thing when you're in the greatest situation, there's not two sides. I think there's only one side. And I think when you unify those two sides, I think you have the greatest chance for success. and I've always been that. My reputation is pretty good.
Billy G, rumor has it that you've won a lifetime supply of bubbles. Do you care to elaborate on this?
I'm the luckiest guy that's ever lived, and I mean, there's never been anyone more lucky than me, more blessed than me. There just hasn't. I'm telling you what, I'm the luckiest guy there ever has been, and I'll keep on being lucky.
There's a crazy rumor that you go to Lake Linville on the weekends just to wreck Sea-Doos.
But I don't have any regrets. No, I don't spend a whole lot of time having any regrets at all.
Coach, upon completion of watching the Notre Dame game, my pet unicorn went to a cave and killed himself. What should I do?
I'm not an advice giver. You know, I'm really not. Someone told me a long time ago, the worst vice is advice, and I really think there's a lot of truth to that. And you know, I don't think that they would probably be seeking my opinion as far as advice.
Coach Mortimer again. Are you aware that you could ride a moped while holding an umbrella?
Well, if no one else has any questions, thanks so much. I've really enjoyed my time here today. I've enjoyed my time here and getting to know a lot of you people, and it's the hardest working. I would think that it's a very, very competitive market in the media, and it's a hard working group. And I've had, as you would, everyone always wants to judge everybody, which I'm not big in the judgment of other people. But sometimes people say, well, what about the media there? And I always say the same thing. They work as hard as anybody I've ever seen. And competition drives that, I would think. And again, I haven't read or heard or listened or too much or whatever, but I do appreciate hard work. I demand that from my players and myself, our staff, and I appreciate the hard work you guys do. You're into it, you're passionate about it, and that'd be the only advice I would give is keep on doing it. So thank you very much.